Hey everyone, welcome to another Stonehearth Desktop Tuesday. This week I've got a handful of things to show you. First of all is that Albert's archers now kite enemies. This is incredibly useful because archers are terrible in melee combat, so if they have a chance to be at range, they should take it. Also, when monsters pick who they want to fight next, they do this based on A, how close your guys are to them, and B, how much damage they do. Now that archers kite enemies, they are much less likely to be mobbed and killed by monsters as long as they've got someone else along to grab all the aggro. Second, in response to overwhelming popular demand, Albert has added some ingenious AI functionality that allows parties who are told to defend a location to eat and sleep when they are hungry and tired, as long as no active combat is happening. This means that it is now your responsibility to make sure that food and beds are near enough to the defense banner that your troops can take care of themselves without having to wander off too far. Third, also in response to all your feedback, defense banners now leash people in parties to them when they are placed. Unlike attack banners, which basically say, attack anyone between here and there, pursuing if necessary, defense banners now mean, defend this area only and do not leave it. This means two things. One, that if an enemy retreats, your hearthlings should not pursue. Two, that if you place a defense banner while your hearthlings are in combat, that they will slowly regroup around the defense banner, finishing any attacks they might be doing in the process. This code does not work 100% of the time yet, we are still debugging it, but it is definitely a step in the right direction. Fourth and finally, in response to many of the smart ideas you guys are pouring out over Alpha 16 support threads, Albert also tweaked the target selection algorithm for hearthlings. In the past, with 4 footmen and 4 goblins, you'd often have fights where each footman picked a goblin and had 4 one-on-one fights. As anyone who's ever played an RPG knows, this is not optimal party behavior because it allows all the monsters to do damage over the course of the whole fight. Instead, you want to focus fire on one target and take it out first, in order to cut off the damage source. We do currently allow you to do this with the attack command, but the goal of Stonehearth is to reduce micro, not require it, so now, instead of picking targets based on damage output and distance like your enemies do, your hearthlings also consider an enemy's total remaining health and prioritize enemies with high damage to health ratios. This means that in the same fight as before, with 4 footmen and 4 equivalent goblins, the footmen will end up focusing on the enemy with the lowest health. Right now, this behavior is only on for hearthlings, because when Albert turned it on for monsters, he discovered it was catastrophically effective. Hearthlings were just dying all over the place. Maybe that is okay for now, since goblins and undead are pretty stupid, but maybe we can revisit turning it on again when they're led by a smarter leader, like a necromancer, or a dragon, or something. Last note before I leave you, for those of you who are asking for a retreat to the cleric command, we're still working on it. But in the meantime, if you're really desperate and don't mind the micro, have a cleric defend some safe location in their own party. Then swap your badly wounded people from the attack party to the defend party. Your wounded hearthlings will run back to the cleric who will heal them. Swap them back into the attack party when you're ready to have them fight again. Thank you, defense banner leashing. And that's it for this week. All these features were built specifically in response to your amazing feedback on Alpha 16. We were originally planning on putting them into Alpha 17, but they improved the experience so much that we actually pushed them in a patch to Alpha 16, now on Steam. So please give it a try, and as always, let us know how it's going and what you want to see in Stonehearth next. See you next week!